Spicy ladies. There's something undeniably magnetic about a woman who knows how to laugh, and make others laugh too. Not the kind who's performing for the room, desperate for approval. I mean the woman whose humor is subtle, confident, charming. The kind that doesn't need validation, but quietly commands respect. The kind that makes a guy think, wow, she gets me, even before he fully understands why. Sure, every guy loves a beautiful woman. But what really gets under his skin, in the absolute best way, is a woman who can look him dead in the eye, flash a knowing smirk, and say something that disarms his ego and makes him laugh at himself star. That's the woman who lingers in his thoughts. Because she wasn't just nice to look at, being around her felt genuinely good. Here's the real deal. When you make a man laugh, you unlock everything else. Why? Because laughter is chemistry. It is intimacy. It builds trust without even trying. It's like a secret shortcut to connection, whispering, hey, we don't need to take all this so seriously. We can just enjoy each other. Your humor makes you unforgettable because it broadcasts confidence. It tells him you're secure enough to tease him a little without fear he'll bolt. That you can laugh at yourself without needing him to swoop in and save you. That you embrace playfulness, which, by the way, is one of the most powerful, magnetic feminine energies you can tap into. Now, maybe you're thinking, but I'm not naturally funny. Let me stop you right there. You are funny. You probably just haven't given yourself full permission to play yet. Because real humor isn't about putting on a show. It's about being present. Sharp enough to notice something clever. Brave enough to say it. Relaxed enough not to sweat it if it doesn't land perfectly every single time. So, let's get practical. I'm going to share 5 types of jokes that consistently hit the mark with guys, in almost any situation. First date. Flirty text. Post-coital cuddle. Even a light disagreement. These aren't just about getting a chuckle. They show him who you are. They spark chemistry effortlessly. They make being around you feel like the best part of his day. And the best part? No memorizing cheesy one-liners. Once you grasp the energy behind each joke type, your own playful charm will start flowing naturally. You'll flirt not just with your eyes or body, but with your words, your wit, your confidence. Ready to move beyond just attractive and become truly captivating. Ready to be the woman who makes a man feel completely alive just being near you. Let's dive into the first type of joke that doesn't just make him laugh, but makes him fall a little harder. The tease joke. Flirting has levels beyond simple compliments or innuendo. There's an art to teasing. And when you nail it, pure electricity. Important distinction, teasing isn't mocking. It's not being mean. It's not about proving you're smarter or tougher. A great tease is cheeky, light-hearted, affectionate. It has a wink behind it. It says, I like you, but I'm not about to make this too easy for you. That hint of resistance, that little challenge, it drives men wild. Most women miss this, but a man's attraction isn't just sparked by what you give, it's ignited by what you playfully withhold. When you tease him, you're not being cold. You're being playful. You're subtly disrupting the rhythm, making him lean in to earn a bit more of your attention. You're telling him, without uttering the words, you're attractive, but let's see if you can actually keep up with me. Picture this. A guy is bragging about his gym lifts. Instead of nodding along, impressed, you hit him with, oh wow, should I be dating you, or hiring you as my personal trainer? Delivered with that smirk, obviously. Or, if he's over-explaining something you already know, try, thanks for the mansplain. Super educational, again. Playful, not sarcastic. Warm, not icy. What happens next is magic. He laughs, sure, but it's a slightly flustered laugh. The kind where it dawns on him, you're not just another admirer. You're someone who sees right through his charm, enjoys it, but isn't ruled by it. Asterisk that asterisk. That makes you unforgettable. Here's the truth bomb. Most men don't actually want a woman who agrees with everything they say. They want a woman who engages, who plays, who calls them out, with a smile. That playful energy brings out their inner protector, competitor, and flirt all at once. It transforms a basic chat into something magnetic. Let's be real, teasing is sexy because it creates delicious tension. It dances right on the line between challenge and attraction. That friction, when done right, is pure chemistry fuel. It says, I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to enjoy you. So next time you're in a flirty moment, don't shy away from teasing him. Don't be afraid to throw him just slightly off balance. It's in that playful push-pull where the sparks really start to fly. You don't need stand-up comedy skills. You just need to be the woman who makes him feel like his with someone confident, captivating, and deliciously unpredictable. That is irresistible. All right, Let's move on to the next weapon in your playful arsenal, the exaggerated confession. There's something wildly disarming about a woman who can admit something utterly ridiculous and own it with a completely straight face. That's the exaggerated confession. It's not about telling the literal truth. It's about creating a moment so unexpected, so absurdly playful, that it makes him laugh and lean in before he even realizes what's happening. Think of it as satire meets flirtation. It's where your sense of humor and self-confidence collide, screaming, "I'm fun. I'm unpredictable. And I'm absolutely not afraid to play." So, how does this land? Imagine you're on a first date. He leans in, curious, and asks why you swiped right on him. You lean in even closer, drop your voice a notch, and say, "Honestly, I was just trying to complete my dating bingo card. I've already checked off the finance bro and the aspiring DJ. You were my mysterious but looks like he could fix a sink square." Deliver it deadpan. Then, only then let that cheeky grin crack through. Or maybe he compliments your killer dress. You give a casual shrug and say, "Thanks. Wore it just in case I met the man I'm going to emotionally ruin this summer." Absurd. Absolutely. Confident. That's the key. You're not being self-deprecating here. You're being intentionally, gloriously outrageous. And because of that boldness, you radiate total control. You're not nervously waiting for his approval or laughter. You're giving him an experience star. You're setting the tone. The magic of the exaggerated confession? It telegraphs, loud and clear. I'm not trying too hard to impress you. I'm completely comfortable in my own skin. Most people are so terrified of saying the wrong thing that they end up saying nothing remotely interesting. But when you drop something wildly unexpected and own it completely, you show him you have absolutely nothing to prove. This kind of humor does something deeper, too. It makes him feel like you're both suddenly in on the same delicious inside joke. He realizes you're not just passively reacting to the moment, you're actively creating it. You're building a dynamic that's playful, emotionally intelligent, and refreshingly different from his usual interactions. That's what etches you into his memory. Think about it. Men are constantly surrounded by women who either try desperately to be cool or take themselves way too seriously. When you show up with something cheeky, playful, and just unhinged enough to feel fresh, you're a breath of fresh air. It shows him you understand the rules of dating, and you're confidently choosing to rewrite them, just for fun. So next time you're feeling flirty, don't hold back. Drop a confession so outrageous it makes you chuckle. "I only agreed to this date because my therapist said I need to take more risks." Or, "Don't worry, I brought pepper spray, but I have a surprisingly good feeling about you." You're not just telling a joke, you're sparking instant, unique chemistry. Remember, the woman who can deliver something bold without blinking? That's the woman who makes a man think, she's different. She's unforgettable. I need to know more. Right now if you are still watching. I hope this video can help you. Your comments motivate me so much. So I can make more videos which you like. So hit that subscribe button and leave me message. Let's continue. Now, let's talk about something men secretly crave but rarely get from a confident, charming woman. The mock sincere compliment. This is the compliment that doesn't quite sound like a compliment. Delivered with the perfect blend of sarcasm and sparkle. Pure gold. Because here's what it really does. It tells him, "I see you. I like you. But I'm not here to inflate your ego. I'm here to playfully poke it." And for a guy used to either bland validation or outright rejection, that playful challenge is addictive. Let me paint the picture. He shows up for your date, clearly proud of how sharp he looks. You give him a slow once-over, raise an eyebrow with a tiny smirk, and say, "Wow, look at you. I didn't know they let people out of GQ magazine this easily." Pause. Let that land. Then add, "You're lucky you're cute, because that's a lot of cologne." Or maybe he finally beats you at Monopoly after 3 intense games. You put your hand to your chest, feigning awe, and declare, "Congratulations. Truly. I've never seen anyone summon such cutthroat competitiveness over plastic hotels. Your parents must be bursting with pride right now." See the game you're playing? You're giving him attention, but not handing it over on a silver platter. You're acknowledging his effort or his appeal, but twisting it just enough to keep him on his toes. It's clever, it's playful, and it subtly signals you've got high standards, while still letting him know he's made an impression, even if you're pretending he hasn't quite earned the full trophy yet. Why does this energy work like a charm? Because let's be real, a lot of guys navigate life with their chest puffed out, secretly hoping someone will see past the performance. Hoping for someone who won't just buy into the charm too easily. Someone who makes them earn genuine praise. When you give him that little nudge, sure, you're smart, but maybe not quite as smart as you think you are. He feels challenged in the absolute best way. You're basically saying, I see you. I get you. I'm not falling all over myself, but I'm engaged and I'm enjoying this. That balance of confidence and flirtation. That's the alchemy that transforms you from just being nice to being utterly unforgettable. The mock sincere compliment thrives because it creates friction. Not the bad, argumentative kind, but the delicious, spark-generating tension that builds real attraction. You're showing you're not afraid to gently poke fun at him. And in that moment, he knows he's dealing with someone confident enough to play back. It also invites him to step up his game. Men are drawn to women who aren't afraid to be playful and unpredictable. When you toss him that witty, slightly backhanded compliment, it makes him smile, sure, but it also makes him think star. And what a man thinks about, he invests in. So, ditch the bland flattery. Compliment him with a wink. Say the thing that makes him laugh while simultaneously giving his ego the tiniest, most affectionate pinch. Because when a woman can perfectly blend charm with cheek, she becomes the one he absolutely cannot get out of his head. Spicy ladies, let's crank up the voltage. There's something electric that happens when you blend competition with chemistry, when flirtation stops being passive admiration and becomes a playful challenge thrown down with a smirk, a wink, and zero apology. That's the raw magic of the I could totally beat you at joke. And trust me, if there's one thing men find utterly irresistible, it's a woman who's not just playful, but bold enough to confidently claim she could outdo him at something, and make it sound sexy as hell. Why does this hit so hard? Because it flips the entire script. So many women are conditioned to soften themselves, to be endlessly accommodating, to play it safe so they don't seem too much. But the second you lean in and declare, oh, I could definitely beat you at bowling, like, embarrassingly bad, you instantly become the most fascinating person in his orbit. You spark tension. You create a challenge. You drop a gauntlet wrapped in pure flirtation. Here's the power play. You're not just bragging about being good at something. You're inviting him in star. You're creating a story, a game, a potential future moment. You're essentially saying, let's see what you've got. And that makes him feel genuinely alive. Paint the scene. He casually mentions he's into tennis. Without skipping a beat, you lock eyes and say, oh, perfect. I've been looking for someone to crush at doubles. Don't worry, I'll go easy on you. Wouldn't want tears on the court. Deliver it with a grin, not arrogance. That tease, that quiet confidence, that hint of challenge, it makes his pulse pick up. Or maybe he's talking up his cooking skills. You lean in conspiratorially and murmur, I doubt you could even handle my French toast recipe. Might break you. He'll laugh, sure, but his brain is already picturing that kitchen showdown. That's the key. You've built anticipation, something tangible, competitive, and charged to look forward to. The deeper truth. Men don't just crave admiration, they crave engagement star. A playful challenge makes him feel seen, not just watched. Called out. Invited to show up, to bring his A-game to the table. And when that invitation comes wrapped in cheeky, self-assured charm. Game over. This kind of joke makes you feel alive too. You're not carefully crafting the right thing to say, you're letting your vibrant energy lead. You're creating space for pure joy, spark, and movement. Most importantly, you're showing him you refuse to play small to be liked. You're a force, a fun, flirtatious, magnetic one. So next time the opportunity arises, ditch the polite smile. Toss out a playful gauntlet. Ping pong, trivia, video games, pancake flips, it's not about winning. It's about being utterly, irresistibly unforgettable. Because confidence with a cheeky twist, that's not just attractive. That's downright seductive. Now, for the cherry on top, the you're lucky I like you joke. This one. It's the masterstroke. The joke that perfectly blends flirtation, confidence, and just a dash of playful arrogance in a way that makes men melt while they are laughing. The "you're lucky I like you" line is that golden moment where you pretend you're merely tolerating him, when we both know you're genuinely into him. But you're sure as hell not letting him get cocky about it. It's smart. It's cheeky. And it oozes the magnetic energy of a woman who knows her worth and isn't afraid to hint at it. Here's why it's pure dynamite. It instantly reshuffles the deck. Instead of him assuming he's smoothly winning you over, you turn the tables. You're playfully reminding him, hey, don't get too comfortable just yet. You're signaling, in the most disarming way possible, that your attention is a prize to be earned, not a given. Let's see it land. You're on a date. He does something adorably clumsy, knocks over his water glass or takes a comically wrong turn. You look him dead in the eye, let a slow smile spread, and say, you are so lucky I like you. Otherwise, I'd be halfway home by now. Deliver it with that sparkle, that grin that whispers, "Relax, I'm still here, but I'm watching." Or maybe he's trying extra hard to impress, showing off his risotto skills or flexing obscure wine knowledge. You take a deliberate sip, pause for effect, and deadpan, "You're lucky you're cute." It's not an insult, it's a compliment wrapped in playful defiance. One that keeps the energy electric, fun, and deliciously unpredictable. Why does this resonate so deeply? Because men are used to binary reactions, full approval or outright rejection. This joke thrives in the delicious grey area where real flirtation lives. It tells him, "I am into you, but don't assume the throne just yet. I'm still evaluating how you show up." It's a powerful, subtle reminder. You're not just the one being chosen, you're choosing him too. That slight shift, that playful withholding of full validation, that's the fuel that keeps his interest blazing. It adds a layer of friction, the good kind, the foundational kind for real seduction. You're warm, not cold, but your warmth has edges, and edges command attention. The "you're lucky I like you" vibe is wildly attractive because it broadcasts you're unafraid to speak your playful mind. You're not here to be agreeable above all else. You're here to connect authentically. You're not walking on eggshells or micromanaging his perception. You're leading with confidence and inviting him to match your level. When you drop that line with the perfect pause and that knowing smile, you're not just making him laugh. You're telling him, "I know exactly what I bring. I'm choosing to be here with you, and I expect you to bring your best." And when a man hears that asterisk, he doesn't retreat. He leans in closer, much closer. So, let's bring it all home. If there's one thing you take away from everything we've covered, let it be this: playfulness is power. Real, undeniable power. When you can genuinely make a man laugh, when you can tease him, challenge him, surprise him, and still make him feel deeply seen, that's where authentic, lasting attraction ignites. Not the fleeting, surface-level kind that fizzles after a few texts. I'm talking about the kind that *sticks star. The kind that makes him replay your conversations in his head long after the date ends. The kind that makes him miss your specific energy, your spark, the moment you're not around. The truth is, a killer sense of humor isn't just about landing punchlines. It's profound emotional intelligence in action. It's knowing instinctively when to dial up the heat, when to push playfully, when to pull back, and how to craft tension that's exhilarating, not exhausting. These 5 joke types, the tease, the exaggerated confession, the mock-sincere compliment, the "I could totally beat you at," and the "you're lucky I like you," they aren't just tricks. They are tools of genuine connection. They are signals flashing, "I'm confident, I'm fully present, and I'm not afraid to bring a little delicious edge." Because here's the secret sauce men rarely admit out loud. They don't fall for perfection. They fall for how you make them feel star. And if you can make him feel truly alive, challenged, intrigued, understood, and utterly captivated, you stop being just the funny girl. You become the woman he can't stop thinking about star. You become the highlight reel playing in his mind. Your playful wit tells him you're secure. That you don't need constant reassurance. That you can navigate the dance of attraction with confidence and a smirk. It shows you're emotionally agile. You can handle banter. You can handle a little pushback. And you can turn even a minor stumble into a shared moment of laughter. That depth, that resilience wrapped in charm, is magnetic. It tells him being with you isn't just pleasant. It's an experience star. It's fun. It's stimulating. It keeps him on his toes in the best possible way. Remember the core energy behind all of this. It's about owning your space. It's about showing up not to win his approval, but to genuinely enjoy the interaction and let your authentic, vibrant self shine through. When you flirt with wit, you're not performing, you're connecting. You're inviting him into your world, a world that's intelligent, engaging, and refreshingly free of pretense. You're revealing a woman who knows she's valuable, interesting, and absolutely worth the effort. This playful confidence bypasses the superficial. It builds a bridge to something real. When he laughs with you, especially when that laughter comes from being playfully challenged or delightfully surprised, it creates a unique intimacy. It's a shared secret language. It builds trust faster than forced vulnerability because it's effortless. It says, we can be real here. We can be silly. We can be ourselves. And that foundation is where deeper attraction flourishes. So, embrace the power of play. Don't dim your spark to fit some quiet, accommodating mold. Let your humor be the beacon that draws him in, not just to your looks, but to your mind, your spirit, your irresistible energy. Because the woman who can make a man laugh and think, who can disarm him with a grin and challenge him with a raised eyebrow, she's not just attractive. She's unforgettable. She's the one he wants to keep exploring, keep talking to, keep figuring out. She's the one who makes feeling good feel effortless. And that is the most powerful chemistry of all. Okay, spicy ladies. If you're ready to turn that playful spark into something that actually transforms how men see you, and how you show up for yourself, let's get practical. This isn't about memorizing lines. It's about shifting your energy. Because when you own your wit, your confidence, and your ability to make tension feel like fun, you stop chasing attention. You start commanding it. If this hit home, if you're tired of being just pretty and ready to be powerfully captivating, here's where you go next. 1. Stop lurking. Start playing. If you're watching this thinking, I need this energy in my life every week, then stop waiting for the algorithm to bless you. Take control. Make sure you're subscribed. Why? Because I drop truth bombs like this every single week. Real, actionable strategies that aren't about games, but about genuine connection through confidence. This isn't a lecture hall, it's your secret weapon stash. 2. Your turn to talk. Drop a comment below. Not just great video. Tell me which of these jokes you're stealing first. Or hit me with your own favorite line that makes guys do a double take. I read every single one. Why? Because your personality is your superpower. Let's see it. Your story might be the exact thing another woman needs to hear to unlock her own playful power. 3. Stop missing out. Tap that bell icon. Seriously. Because the moment you realize you missed a video that could have changed your last date from meh to mind-blowing, that stings. This isn't just content. It's your backstage pass to a love life that doesn't just happen to you, but for you. 4. Ready for the deep dive. If you're sitting there thinking, okay, but how do I make this stick? How do I become the woman who doesn't just attract amazing men, but keeps them excited, invested, and chasing her? I've got you. The link below is your free training. Thousands of women have used it to flip the script. Not by pretending, not by following rules, by mixing that irresistible cocktail of depth and desire, warmth and wit, softness and unshakable strength. This is how you stop worrying if he'll text, and start watching him step up. Because here's the raw truth, charm isn't luck. It's a skill. And playfulness, that's your secret weapon. When you know how to use it, when you can laugh, challenge, and connect like you've got nothing to prove and everything to enjoy, you don't need to chase a thing. They'll chase you. And that changes everything. Stay spicy. I'll see you in the next video.